Alright, next video. Strategies to save money as you are negotiating with your venue. I'm sitting right now in a bar, which is in Place du Corps du Sun. I hope the pronunciation is correct. Otherwise, you know what? I just put the name of the square right here underneath the video. And this is my favorite square here in Avignon. And I'll tell you what, I need to know the name of this square. Sorry I forgot it. I'm trying to keep these videos as spontaneous as I can. Yeah, that's the guy. I'm in a bar, so it's gonna... Anyway, you can see the square. Place du Corps du Sun, I think. I always get confused there. But anyway, so I was saying, strategies to actually save money as you're negotiating for your venue in order to come here. My name is Corradini, and I've written the Avignon Off-Rough Guide last year, which is a guide for a really niche guy. So I'm looking at a guy who's just like walking in front of me. And, for people who are interested to bring their shows here in the Avignon Off Festival, which is the biggest theater festival here in France. And non-French speakers, of course. So I was saying before, this is my favorite square here, and that's where I usually come in July in the summer. And right at this bar, we don't tell you the name of the bar. Not because I'm bad, but I mean, this place is like literally crowded. It's impossible to move here in July. And I usually come here and I have a pastis. I'm gonna make a video about the diet you should follow as you come here, because like I said, it's unbearably hot. And what I like is to sit down here and drink pastis. You know why I like drinking pastis? Because if I start drinking beer, it just gets so hot and it'll be one beer after another. With the sweat and everything. Oh, there's a waiter here. Est-ce que je pourrais avoir un café, s'il vous plaît?
Bien sûr.
Oui, merci. Sorry, just getting a coffee there. And so instead with pastis, what happens is they usually serve it to you. It's like an anisette, very strong liquor, and they usually serve it with a bottle of water. So I can make it last for a long time, even an hour and a half, and get another bottle and so on. And I don't have to spend a fortune. Anyway, I'm digressing here. Who cares? I was saying, you got your venue, they propose you a slot. We spoke about slots in the previous video. Don't worry too much. Anything which is like before 9 p.m. is good, I think. But as I mentioned before, there are strategies you can use to save money. Now, strategy... Oh, merci beaucoup. Merci. Strategy number one, you can buy a fraction of a slot, like I said. Now, if you have a friend coming with you with another show, a great strategy would actually be to buy the same slot and split it in two. You can do that. Like I said, the greatest way of the venue is to have, if you're going for a fraction of a slot, is to have the remaining fraction unsold. But, if you buy in the whole slot and you divide it for 2 or 3 shows, then that's okay. They'll be happy with that. And as a matter of fact, there are companies, and I did that myself last year, that maybe buy a slot and then they do 2 shows on the same slot, dividing it by even and odd dates. And that's what I did last year. We actually brought 2 shows here, Petto-Kosha and Mussolini. So sorry, sipping my coffee. So that's strategy number one. Now, strategy number two, you can wait for the so-called flop slots. That's what I usually do. The unsold créneau. That is to say, you get in touch with the venues maybe in February, and what will happen, they pretty much all the slots will be filled up, but they will have some unsold slots, and in order to sell them and just get rid of them, they may offer them at a discount rate, like big discounts from 30% onwards. So that's another strategy. Another strategy is, of course, to work on your seat number. So it really depends on your show. If you've got a dance show which requires a large stage area, that's a big problem because you would have to go to a big venue. But in my case, my shows, for example, can really adapt to any kind of stage size. Literally. I mean, I remember Mussolini, which I did in Prague. I did it in a venue, I still remember the name today. It's called Cavarna 3+1. And I think the stage size was like 1.5 meters width and a meter and a half wide and like a meter deep. It was like microscopic. I still managed to do it, and it's a show I'm taking all over nowadays, France, India, and so on. And finally, another thing you can do if your show really has leverage. I'm speaking about a show that really has a track record, international reviews, really the potential to attract audiences from all over, and so on and so forth. You can go for a co-production. Now, what is a co-production? Before I tell you, I'm gonna eat this biscuit. I'm gonna sip of coffee. Co-production means that basically the venue will participate in the cost, and you're gonna split the revenue 50-50. So as opposed as all the other opportunities I described, where you usually get 100% of the box office. If you go for a co-production, the venue will slash the cost of the venue by 50%, but they will keep 50% of the box office, which is okay. I mean, it depends. I did a co-production last year. I was really happy. It was great. It took me some years before somebody could trust me with a co-production, but like I said, I've been coming here for many years, and I guess, I got a good track record, so to speak. So you can propose that. Now, how do you actually approach the venue? If it's the first time you're actually approaching venues here and so on, I mean, what is it that you really need to take care of? That's for another video. I'll finish my coffee. I'll just stay here. I don't think I'll go to another place because I'm tired and I got a cold, as you can see. And I tell you how to do that.